All right, y'all. Welcome to another edition of Charlotte in the Know. Today I have JazzyB joining me. I know I see y'all the excitement. I see y'all out there jumping up and down. Come on with me and join us as we talk about what she's doing. All right, fam. Welcome to another edition of Charlotte in the Know. Today I have my very special guest, the legend, the infamous, the joy bringer, JazzyB.
Yes, come on, introduction, y'all. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Jazzy.
How you doing?
Doing good. How about you today?
I'm great.
Good,
Yes.
good. I appreciate you joining me.
Shout out to you for that introduction, y'all, baby. Yes. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here with you in this nice family establishment here, honey. Oh yes. Come on, Black King.
As you can see, this is going to be a very
Yes,
good
sir.
episode.
Yes,
It's gonna be
sir.
a very good episode. Now, with that being said, she's a celebrity journalist as well as she has her own talk show. Tell us a little bit about the Good News with JazzyB.
The Good News with JazzyB is actually my brand. Basically, what it is that it's a platform that I've created where it's like everybody needs a daily dose of positivity. Whether you realize it or not, you need it in your life. So that's what I like to be for people. I like to be a breath of fresh air, if you will, for people. So if you was depressed yesterday after watching my show, you won't be depressed tomorrow. If you were suicidal on yesterday, tomorrow you won't be suicidal after you watch my show. The show is to encourage people. It's to inspire people. It's to motivate people. It's to also get the tea now from the celebrities, but not the tea that everybody is sipping on these days with the shade. It's a tea with the twist. So basically, instead of having celebrities come on the show where we talk about the same stuff that's going on in the shade room, the scandal, the gossip, who slept with who, we're not doing that on my show. We're going to talk about who are you outside of the title, outside of the fame, outside of all of that. So that's what we're doing on the show. Also, not only on the platform for the Good News with JazzyB, it's also somewhere where young professionals can actually come and build their dreams. That's what's happening right now. I'm a little girl from Dinwiddie County, honey. And most people are like, Dinwiddie, what is Dinwiddie? Dinwiddie is where I'm from, where I was raised, where I was born. And there is not a lot of people that have went on to be famous, to be, rich, for all those things. So for me, I'm basically showing people that your dreams can actually be a reality. It can manifest. So on the show, I have a private chef on the show, a pastry chef on the show, a bartender on the show. I have different makeup artists on the show. So what's happening is they start off as just a chef, which is not nothing wrong with that. But if you start off as just a chef, after you cook on Diving with JazzyB, you are now a celebrity chef. You see how I kicked that thing?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so that's pretty much what we're doing on the Good News with JazzyB. Giving the good news, whether you're giving it or receiving it, this is the show that you want to watch or be on.
So now, JazzyB, let me ask you this. When did you know that you wanted to actually get into journalism?
I knew that I wanted to get into journalism from the time I was 3 years old. Okay, now I always had a lot of energy. I've always had a big mouth. I was raised with my grandparents. So my papa used to always tell me, like, Jasmine, turn your loudspeaker down. You talk too much. But I knew that what I was talking about is worth hearing. Yeah. So I was 3 years old. I'm a 90s baby, so I had a Rugrats mic, literally talking to a crowd full of stuffed animals, telling them basically the good news. So yeah. I've literally known I wanted to walk into this for a very long time. But then I got married super young. Got married at 18 years old. And my husband ended up going into the military, went to Colorado. For some reason, I told myself that I wanted to be a medical assistant. Totally forgot that I don't like germs. I don't like blood. I don't like people that cough. I feel disrespect. I don't like, so this is for me.
Yes.
I done worked a bunch of jobs, Adrian.
Yes,
but I always come back to this.
That's all right.
Yes, sir.
I definitely see that you're in the right profession.
Thank you.
Now, you mentioned your husband, and I had the opportunity to meet him
Yes.
in addition to your lovely son over here. Now, I see that you're always on the go, back and forth everywhere.
Yes.
Now, how do you balance your work life in comparison to your home life?
Wow, that is a good question. Okay, yes, 2 points for the question. Honest to God, if it was not, and this is real talk, and I ain't saying it just because my chocolate teddy bear, honey, is here. I'm saying it because I believe it. Well, it's really because of him. He makes it easy for me. Like, it's not a lot of black men. Well, I ain't gonna say it's not a lot of black men. It's not a lot of black men being recognized for being awesome fathers and awesome husbands. And that's what I have. He is willing to let me sacrifice, let me grind, allow me to work. And he don't mind making sure that my son, that Carter, is okay. He don't mind making sure that when I get home, I got food waiting on me. Because what y'all may not know is that my husband, old Bird, is actually a chef. Oh, yes, he is a chef. So I think that how we're able to manage it is because right now, this is my time.
Yes.
And when my time, he knows that his time is right after. So we're going to work on this together. So right now, I'm grinding. I'm making my sacrifices. I'm doing what I have to do. But right after that, and with me doing what I have to do, what he got going on is already in my mind, like, okay, I'm getting here so he can get to where he want to be as well. So just compromising, just him being awesome, being willing to cook, being willing to just actually be okay. I take pictures with guys all the time, and guys sometimes they get a little friendly. Their hand get a little extra around the waist and different things, but he loved me, he trusts me, and he respect what it is that I do. So it haven't been no issues.
All for that one cause.
Come on.
I see success on the horizon for you.
Yes.
Both of y'all.
I receive it. I receive it. Thank you.
Now, that being said, I'm going to touch on one of your other talents.
Yeah.
I happen to see that you have posted a very poignant poem dedicated to your mother.
Yes.
Now, the poetry was excellent.
Thank you.
It was so excellent. It actually touched me. Now, that being said, how much of a role did your mother play with the person that you are right now?
My mom played such a huge role in who I am because my mom did not have a perfect life. My mom struggled. She struggled with drugs. She had different sicknesses. She struggled. She was homeless before. She actually struggled. So my mom actually showed me street smart. She gave me street smart. She showed me how to survive. So my grandparents, I was raised by my grandparents, right? Yeah. My grandparents taught me how to survive because they taught me God. You get what I'm saying? Oh, yes. But my mom taught me how to survive because she taught me what to look out for. She showed me what to look out for. She showed me, Jazz, if you ever get in a time where you got yourself in a bit of a pickle, is what she would call it. This is what you need to do. This is how you need to handle it. So knowing the street smarts that my mom gave me and knowing God for myself that my grandma showed me, it was a win-win. So it plays such a big part in who I am because my mom had such a big heart. So I have that same heart. I want to do so many things for the people, for the community, for people who I don't even know. I can be in Food Line and immediately I can start feeling what somebody else is going through. And because of the same type of heart my mom had, I'm going to try to find a way to do something for this person, whether it's a compliment, whether it's keep the change, whether it's honey, that hair, all that hair is it. I'm going to give you something. Yes, you get what I'm saying? And that's what my mom instilled in me. She instilled in me on how to be able to take over a room and get everybody to love you and to respect you and to like you.
That is interesting.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the most unique thing I noticed about you is your personality. It is so contagious.
Thank you.
If I can bottle it up and sell it, I know I'll be a million.
Come on, what you say, sir? What you say?
Now,
I like that.
Yes. Now, touching on that, what is it that actually gives you so much optimism? Because it's needed more today.
It is. It is. Well, what get me like this is just that how I was brought up. people don't realize that there's so much success in your struggle. Did you catch that in the back? I said there is so much success in your struggle. I've been through a lot. I was not set up to just be a winner. You get what I'm saying? Most people who was not raised by their parents, who had parents who was in and out of drugs, in and out of jail, in and out of off the streets, was raised by their grandparents. Well, we went to church, honey. And I'm not talking. And anybody who's on my live know I am not lying. I went to church, Olive Branch Baptist Church. And being in that church, you were not raised to not use your gifts. That's one. That's a part of my personality. I used my gifts at an early age. I knew that I could speak. I knew that I was a great talker. I knew that I was a great motivator. And I knew that God has had a calling over my life at a very young age. So it played with my personality because I had an opportunity at a young age to take the mic at church. Oh, and did y'all mess up when y'all did that? They gave me the mic. They allowed me to sing. They allowed me to do poetry. They allowed me to be me. They allowed me to be me. I remember one time, Adrian, it was me and my cousin Ariel. We was asked to be the worship leaders on Young Adult Sunday. And I went up there and I explained to them, to the church, I said, I have a cussing spirit. Now, I don't cuss when I get mad. I cuss when I get happy. Oh, yes. Look, when I see y'all at the Urban Times Magazine Award Show, the annual Urban Times Magazine Award Show, and y'all had them suits on, it brought the cussing spirit out of me. You may not have heard it, but baby, it was going on in my head. I said, good Lord, hot DAMN. They looking sharp. You go, because I get excited. So I said this literally on church. My church, Olive Branch Baptist Church, knew me so well, and they knew my personality so well. People started telling me at a young age, girl, you need to accept your calling. You need to be a preacher. So Adrian, now my personality have allowed me to preach, just not in church, but on my pulpit, which is my platform, the Good News with JazzyB. So that's all, it kind of just all include my personality into that. Like, so my church, my grandparents, my parents, my relationship with Charles while he was in the military, all of that plays such a big role in my life. And even when I struggle, there's success in that.
All around the family. Definitely all around the family. Let me ask you this, because you have done a multitude of videos as far as interviews and everything of that, and I actually learned a lot from watching the
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Doggone it. Thank you.
Now, with that being said, what interview have you done that you walked away and just had a wow moment as far as what you may have learned during that particular interview, if any?
Wow. Let me tell you real quick. Okay, Duchess. Duchess' interview was probably one of the first interviews that I literally said, wow. I had no clue that this woman was suicidal. Oh, yes. She talked about this on the show. I had no idea that she had been in a horrible car accident. I had no clue of the extent of what you see on VH1 Black Ink versus reality. I had no clue. So that, for me, was amazing because that right there was what my platform was created for. Exactly. She talked about on the show of being a celebrity, being famous, how not the perks, but the actual flaws and the trials that come with being famous. So she could be in Walmart and she can literally just got the worst news of her life. And she's crying on the phone and somebody's going to stop her and say, hey, Duchess, when you done crying, can I take a picture with you? But people want to be famous so bad. So if you got the time after this though, take the time to go and watch that interview with Duchess. She actually really talked about having a gun in her bed. She got in an accident. Somebody, let me just tell you this real quick. Is the people say in church, I ain't gonna take too much of your time, baby. But I gotta tell you this. She was riding on the highway, ended up hitting a car on a parked car, illegally parked car. A motorcycle was driving at the same time. Apparently, they heard the commotion that was going on behind them, turned around and looked back, crashed. The motorcycle just crashed on 95. Two people hurt but trying to get out of their car to get the man out the road. A transfer truck was coming at the same time. In order for them to save themselves, they had to move and leave the guy right there. Duchess had to sit and watch the whole thing. Shortly after that, the guy who passed away, the motorcyclist, his niece actually went to social media calling Duchess a murderer, saying she need to die right along with her uncle. People started literally, this is real life. People started going under her as a celebrity. People wanted to sell the story. You got TMZ, you got all of these people reaching out to her for this story, and she shared it on my show.
Wow.
She shared on my show because I'm not trying to get famous from somebody else's trials.
Absolutely.
I simply want to teach. I simply want to be effective. She was suicidal. I walked away from that thing literally like, wow. It taught me something because even in this direction, in this lifestyle that I'm going, I don't want to be famous. And I'll tell anybody that. Am I going to be famous? Oh, yes. But do I want to be famous? No, I want to be effective. Fame ain't nothing.
Now, that's some deep stuff right
Come on.
there. That's some deep stuff.
Come on. Who cares about being famous when you got favor? Oh, I'm just saying. Real talk.
One more time.
Who cares about being famous when you have favor? See, fame is what you get yourself. Favor is what God gets you. Oh, I'm just saying. Oh, I'm speaking to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But that's real talk. We're living in a generation with social media. People care about having $1 million, $1 million followers, but don't care about $1 million in their bank. They want to take it all off so they can get a few more likes. But what if you just actually took the time to like yourself? What if?
Is it Sunday today?
I'm just saying. I come with a word.
Hey.
What if you liked yourself as bad as you want people to like you on social media? My God. Could you imagine?
I can't. Ooh, boy. Somebody pass me that church fan.
Come on, did you hear the organ? Did you hear the organ? But that's real.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? But people don't see that. So I respect Duchess for coming on the show and being raw, being real. She didn't have to share that on my story. I mean, on my show, on my platform.
Yes. And it's so easy to be judge, executioner, and everything else that entails from afar.
Yeah.
You're not actually going through that thing right now. That is so true.
Yeah.
So true. Well, let me ask you this as well, Jazzy.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to include your husband in this.
Come on, include him.
I'm going to let you predict this.
Okay.
Now, where do you see you and your husband 10 years from now?
Wow, 10 years from now, I heard Harvey Watkins in my voice, in my ear, 10 years from now, I just don't know. Hey, but okay. Anyways, but yeah, I heard that song. I'm random. 10 years from now, where do I see my husband and myself, correct? Where I see us at a different level of greatness. And what I mean by that, I don't mean that in an arrogant or a cocky way. I mean greatness because we're getting into the communities. It's going to be some things that I'm starting to do called Thankful Thursdays. A lot of us ought to be thankful when we're really not. A lot of us ought to be grateful when we're really not. Sometimes we look at our situation and we feel like we're not doing enough or we don't have enough because the people on our Facebook look like they got more. The people on our Instagram look like they got more. So in 10 years, I want to be able to show people how to be thankful. In order for you to be thankful, is for you to give to somebody that don't have as much as you do. So because he's the chef, because I'm the mouth of the South, honey, we're going to get together and we're going to do Thankful Thursdays. And I'm going to actually have him and 5 other chefs.
Yes.
And we're going to go out and I'm going to get these 5 chefs and they're going to actually create their favorite dish, their favorite and famous dish. Yeah. And we're going to go out here and we're going to feed the homeless.
Oh, wow.
See, people that's homeless, they get scraps, they get sandwiches, but what if they can get a gourmet meal from 5 chefs from your own community? So where I'm saying where we're going to go in 10 years, we're going to go greatness because greatness is you blessing people. That's greatness to me.
It is.
Being effective is real. I always say this. My name is JazzyB and I'm the queen of saying cheesy S that I actually believe. I really believe that in 10 years we're going to be great because we're going to touch so many people that wasn't touched before. We're going to be able to give to so many people that haven't been given nothing.
See that.
And I ain't talking about just food, Adrian. I'm talking about a good word. I'm talking about a good pat on your back, a good compliment.
Yeah.
So 10 years, I see us being able to be in a place where we're not Beyonce and Jay-Z, but we're the birds. Hear us roar.
Claim that thing.
Hear us roar, honey.
Claim that thing.
Oh yes, son. That's where I see us going.
Now, for my viewers out there and for her viewers, where can they follow you at to gain all this positivity? Because it is infectious. I can assure you of that.
You guys can follow me on pretty much anything with the good news with JazzyB. But if you go to my website, I've been getting picked up by a lot of different networks and different people. But let me tell you something. Oh, thank you so much. But all money is not good money. So you can follow me on the goodnewswithjazzyb.com. I'm making my website to the point where it's exclusive.
Okay.
You know, we're living in a time where everybody want to make money off of you, but how about you make money off yourself? So instead of somebody being able to pick me up, come to my website. Come to my website where you can get your good news, where you can actually get your breath of fresh air, where you can get your celebrity tea with a twist, where you can actually, okay, I got a book coming soon, baby. Oh, I got a book coming soon. What you say, Adrian? If you want to get ready to get this good old book, it's going to be a book of captions and quotes. Now, if you watch my show, you know I always got something. I don't know. I say stuff and it just magically become a quote. So if you follow me on social media, JazzyB, the #4 real Instagram, or you follow me on Facebook or like my page, JazzyB, you will see that I always put something up that I have originated and I put JazzyB. So the book is going to be called And Then There Was JazzyB. And then there was JazzyB, Adrian. So, you know, we're living in, once again, the social media world. And you take a great picture, but you may not always know what to say up under your caption. You may be struggling, Adrian. You like, dang, I like this picture. Me and Carrie did. We look real good on this picture with our suits on. But what do I need to put on there? I need a caption. And then there was JazzyB. Let me open up this book real quick and see what JazzyB was saying about how good we looking right now, honey.
I like that.
Or say you a preacher, Carrie. Carrie the cameraman. Shout out to Carrie Disney, okay?
All right, too.
So you at church, and if you've been to church your whole life like I have, you know that every now and then a pastor need a word to fill his soul. And then there was JazzyB. Come on and open up my book and catch one of these good old words that's just a simple quote or a caption that can work something up in you, and you like, oh yeah, I'm ready to go to church Sunday morning because I'm gonna tear the people up with the word that was in And There Was JazzyB. So follow me everywhere, y'all. JazzyB, the #4 real. Go to my website for any and everything, all things JazzyB, the good news with JazzyB.com.
This has simply been an amazing interview. I can't encompass it in any words more than amazing. Strictly, I see great things for you on your horizon, as well as your husband and of course your young son over there. Keep doing what you're doing, seriously, because the positivity out here is, like we just got through discussing, it needed more than ever. It is. Like I said, your personality is contagious, and it is definitely needed out here. Yes,
Thank you so much. I'm out here. I'm trying to get people to be positive. You can't change everybody, but if you could change one person, just one person, you good to go. It's going to be like a domino effect. So that's what I'm out here doing. My motto is, if you can remember me by anything else, remember me by this. I was not created to entertain the world. I was created to change the world in an entertaining way. And so when you think of JazzyB, remember that. That's what I'm out here doing.
All right, fam. Make sure you follow her. Followers, keep following her. This has been Charlotte in the Know. I'll see you soon. Thank you.